Hasbro fans, it's great to be back with you. More Yojo June.
More Yojo June.
Everybody's been kind of asking. We have this like HasLab project, right? I think a Dragonfly or something.
It's been a long time in the works.
Has been.
And since an update.
Since an update, yeah. There's a lot going on. Crazy busy working on, I think, the next HasLab,
Maybe.
Right? Which we announced
Maybe.
will be revealed at the coveted San Diego Comic-Con this year. So you get to join Lenny and Emily and Tony and team at Comic-Con. We're going to reveal that. It's going to be awesome. I think you're going to like it. But for today, I think it's time we should show this awesome packaging artwork that we have going on with the Dragonfly.
Let's do it, my dude.
So here you see, it's got that monochromatic feel that the His tank had, right? So we're keeping that look going on.
And the packaging, he wanted to really make sure that it was cohesive across the HasLab, so that if you do keep the box, you can have this kind of like awesome background display.
That's pretty good. And the fact that it fits in something this small, when I saw this box, I was like, where's the rest of the Dragonfly?
Oh, yeah, because I mean, you guys at Comic-Con who saw it, it's very long. It's about, I don't quote me, 36 inches, I believe,
that,
give or take. Yep.
So yeah, again, awesome graphics here. We're gonna spin it around. I think you can see the top shot here. You can see the logo. We have a lot of awesomeness going on there.
Yeah, I like the spot gloss. Spot gloss is always pretty sharp. Give it a spin.
Give it a spin. See, I'm still learning how these cameras work.
Give one of these too, so they can see that gloss. Is it going to happen? It might be the lighting.
Other way. You can kind of see that sheen. Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah, so it's got that spot UV.
Yeah, it's very shiny here though.
And then you can see you got Wild Bill's icon on here, the Joe star, shows off the scale, so a lot of fun. HasLab logo up here.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, I think it's time to open it. So what's the best way to open this?
The best way to open it is like a little mini fridge.
It even finishes the artwork, right?
Look at that! That looks awesome!
Oh, you're
Look at that. That's more of a payoff than I thought it was going to be. I love that.
It's kind of an army of dragonflies coming at you, so hopefully you bought more than one.
Army of Dragonflies. That sounds like some sort of obscure indie rock band song, and I love it.
I'm in it. All right, so let's turn this a little bit
so you guys
here
can
so
see
you can
inside.
see what we got going on.
So the packaging team did an amazing job with putting in, I think you can pull, so there's the finger tabs that you can, it's always hard to look on camera and then pull, so the finger tabs, so you can pull out each drawer. Each drawer contains parts and pieces to the Dragonfly and the figures. So I wonder if maybe I'll come around the front and start pulling it out so that they can see it on camera.
It's a perfect, nice, clean unboxing experience.
Yeah, so you see it, pull the tabs up, pull the tabs up, pull the tabs up, and you can start pulling out the pieces. And it's coming out piece by piece, but let's do it like this.
It's nice and tight in there, so nothing shifts
pull back,
around.
bud. There's the two top boxes, and the bottom box is the figure box. Yeah. So, wow, we got a lot to look at.
We do have a lot to cover. So I'm going to close this back up. We'll put it over here so we can kind of look at it as we're going through. So
pretty
figures
awesome.
last, right? We'll do.
I think figures last. Yeah, I think people have been waiting to see this bad boy. All right, let's take this guy. All right, so on both boxes there'll be a tab. I'll spin it up so you guys can see it. Right here. Oh, I had them upside down. Of course I did. Of course I had them upside down. Why wouldn't I have them upside down?
Right, we put logos on these so you knew which way was up.
Yeah.
Learning.
And very creative by Julian and the packaging team where they put different logos on each of the boxes. Do you have the figure box?
I do.
Give the guys a look at that as well.
So
the Joe logo on there, which is really sweet. So I love keeping these boxes. I keep a lot of my other figures in my other His tank boxes.
I like to call them loot boxes.
They're like a loot box. Yeah, it's like an official box. Right. But I say we go big box first.
Let's go big box first. I'll move our Mayhem logo over here. The sound of opening cardboard is great.
Look. Ooh, and you guys get to see the stickers up front. We did some amazing work with these stickers, I gotta say. Mr. Mark from HasLab did an amazing job. We'll get to them in a minute, but as you can see, there's some pretty interesting looking customizations you can do for your Dragonfly and the stand. Let me see if I can get these out without harming them. I don't have a knife on me at the moment, so we have our instruction sheet that is packaged with the stickers. As you can see here, here's how to put the helicopter together. The tail will be will snap on the back. That's how we got it into the box size as it is right now. And then you can see the parts and pieces that are removable. I'll let you guys go through that though when you get it.
That's perfect.
Here's the sticker sheet. We included a bottom piece for the stand So you can have the classic one, or you could do Zombie Wild Bill, which when Mark showed that to me, I was like, I love you. I love everything about that.
It's such a great logo.
Yeah,
it's
actually,
like fun.
I have that on my computer right now, the mock-up stickers we were doing, so I got a custom on my computer. And then we also did this really cool, gross racing style, so we call it the Zombie Fly. So you could put that onto, if you did buy multiple ones, you can have a Zombie Fly as well, which I'm going to be having a Zombie Fly,
of course
for sure. But then you can also do the classic fighter jet helicopter teeth and eyes, which are really cool. Love these. We try to put these wherever we can in the line because they always look awesome. We also have some really cool stickers that can go around the Dragonfly or onto your personal stuff, like myself, onto your computer. Why not?
Yep. The missiles packs, you can call them chips and salsa because that's awesome.
Mark did an amazing job. And so many chef kiss moments when he was working on this thing, and he was like, "Hey, what do you think of this?" I'm like, "I think that's incredible, buddy." So yeah, and a lot of cool things like country western, butch, Sundance. So a lot of that like really fun storytelling.
Very western, fits into Wild Bill perfectly, but makes it unique, different.
Yeah,
well, it makes it classified.
Yeah, 100%. So all right, enough of these stickers. They are very fun, but let's get into what's
so much stuff.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? All right, let's go back to that overhead view there, and we can see. So you got blast effects. So we'll take these out. We'll take these big boys out. They come nice packaged together.
Some rockets.
What do we got? We got
tail gun action. I think when we did the HISS tank, I just started like throwing bags behind us because there's just so much to go through.
So many things. We got propellers.
Yeah.
So that's the top layer.
Yeah.
And then we have this that comes off.
You know, I always keep these because I think I'm going to do a diorama with them for my figures, and I never get to it.
We have all that free time.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
With all the time, we just have just extra time. Lenny and I are just sitting around doing nothing most of the time. So,
oh, look at it. So let's take it out piece by piece. So here's the main fuselage, I guess you would call it. Right here. Here's this big boy. Put this to the side. I'll take the bags off. We also covered the cockpit with protective clear coat, like laminate sort of thing. That way it keeps it closed during storage and shipment, as well as keeping some scratching, preventing scratching from happening. Yeah. Which is super cool.
I like the brace between the legs too to keep them from getting potentially
so that's an option
in.
there. You don't potentially need it, but we added it in there just for in case people were a little nervous about it spreading over time. It probably won't, but we always want to be cautious. So we'll spare the extra expense to make sure that we can ensure some confidence.
Yep. And then, like we said, tail comes separate, right?
That's
so it gets a bag, so you can see it clips in.
Enormous.
It's enormous, but it clips in, so it's nice. It'll clip in tight when we slide it in. But you can also take it apart if you ever need to package this up again.
Oh, and then here's the nifty little, this spins. So you can kind of like, I believe it's for trajectory. You guys can correct me in the comments.
Yeah.
It does have something to do with the trajectory of the aircraft, I believe.
And we got some more fins and a little winch. We got a little winch there?
Yeah, fins and a winch, yep.
Perfect.
Yep, so let's take this
So that's this box. I'm just going to yeet this over here.
Discard it to the side. We got a lot of stuff so far.
All right, why don't we stick a tail in so we can see how big it is?
Yeah, let's start doing that. Actually, let's open this box so everybody can see what's inside, and then we'll start putting it together because I don't want to miss any parts.
Logo on top again.
Wild Bill.
Mayhem champion, because why not?
Yeah, so awesome. All right, and then so I like to give these a little so that we can open them up all the way. So here's the stand. As you can see, it's quite substantial. Yep. Here's the base of the stand. Take it out of the...
Again, you can put that, you have your choice of stickers, right? So you can go that way and go
I'm going Zombie Fly for sure.
Clearly.
I'll tell them it one more time. I'm going Zombie. So here is what the actual stand. This is what the helicopter actually goes on. And
on brand for Wild Bill. That's fine.
I'll put it right here. I probably should have showed that on camera, but as you can see, it snaps right into these detents on the side.
And it looks really awesome. Like you'll see when we set it up, but like been staring at this in all of the offices for a while with all the different versions have been coming in for testing, and I'm just like,
we have about, I think Matt and I, my engineer, Matt and I, we looked at it maybe 7 times already. Yep. We looked at another version today.
Perfect.
So we are perfecting it for you guys.
All right, so this is the start of our propellers and our rocket holders. Yep. So we'll need that for the top.
Yep.
I'll start opening.
And we have our side-mounted rockets that go onto the side of the helicopter as well. We can pop these out of the boxes, out of the bags as we go. And these all are removable from the mount, which is really cool. And they have the 5mm port in the back so that you can really get those blast effects going on all.
Yeah, and if you're not aggressive like me, they just slide out. You don't have to rip the bags. So, word of advice, learning as I go. I'm unboxing this for the first time too.
This is your first time.
It is my first time.
That's awesome. I mean, truth be told, I have unboxed it before, but we change the box layout every time we get a sample to make sure it is right. So it does get adjusted every time.
That's fair.
So it is kind of my first time unboxing this version. So here are the side wings. Really cool, and the clear light detail doesn't actually work, but it's a cool light detail that you see on a lot of aircrafts. Red on one side and green on the other.
Nailed it. Just like how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get this box out of the way too. We got a lot of stuff here.
Yeah. Should we start putting it together?
I think we should start putting it together. We'll do the figures last after we get the actual Dragonfly together.
So here's the main body.
Here's the body. You gonna leg it, or you wanna propeller it first? And by leg it, I mean tail it, because words hard.
Words. We use words. So that comes off like that, the sticky stuff. There's actually tape right here that we added. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'll peel it. So the tape on the side, it helps keep it secure during shipment. We don't want it rattling around and coming apart on you guys and losing tolerance.
So yeah, both sides and the front.
Yeah, that's right. I just pulled it off the side over there. I wish we had batteries because I would really like to show the lighting effect.
We'll have to catch up with that. We'll get it on social. We'll put it out on social. We'll do a little quick, like, hey, this is what happens when you
The lighting effect is...
it is cool.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome when everybody turns off their lights in their room at night and they just let the glow of the Dragonfly light up their room.
I wish we could have afforded a remote control because I would have been turning them on at night while I'm working, All right, so, and let's take this piece. I think you just got to pull here. I'm probably taking too long, and I apologize.
I think you're doing just fine.
All right, let's see here. Let me get these off of here. You got a scissor on you by any chance?
I do, actually. I came prepared in case there was anything that we needed to cut.
Maybe I can do it. Maybe I could do it without the scissors, but I don't think so now. If you give that a little snip, snip.
A little snippy snip. Be careful not to snip yourself.
Or damage your product. Like, product.
It's like you've done this before.
All right, so that comes off like that. And then as you can see, this comes off pretty easily in the bottom. Oh, there's one more.
Oh.
Actually, this is a new addition, the rope on here. Because, again, as we test it, we make sure that it's staying together and it's just a security. It didn't fail any tests, but, again, this is one of those extra things where we felt it was worth spending the extra money to make sure it gets to you guys as safely as possible. But as you can see, comes off just like that. It's just two C-clips that go on the side. It's a rigid piece of clear material that holds it together. So it's very unnoticeable. You don't even really need it, but if you want it there, it's there. Before we get into building it, I kind of want to show the insides.
Ooh.
The armaments inside looks really cool. We changed the color on the armaments too. You'll notice across the board they were blue, which the original design had, which is practice ammunition. So we changed it to the copper-headed, I believe, or gold-headed. And then on the other side, you can see the armaments as well. So it's on both sides. A lot of deco on the inside of that. It's really cool. And then this over here pulls out and pushes in for the blast effects, and we'll show you that a little later. Has that reciprocating action to it, so you can kind of adjust your blast effects on it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we?
Tail? Propeller? What do you want to do? Let's tail it up.
Look at this. Look at this chunky boy.
So easy.
This, like so. See that? Line them up. I'm not even looking. Let's see how this goes. They can tell you're not looking because you can't get it in there. There we go.
You get a nice click.
Yeah, and then look, the break between is really good too. We designed it in there so it feels like it's very intentional.
Yep.
But it is pretty, it's kind of built into the pop riveting and stuff. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But yeah, there's a lot of pop rivets and details around it too.
Yep, that makes sense.
Make it look as if it's intentional.
Yeah.
Right?
It's well done.
Alrighty, so there we go.
So we want to propeller it now?
Yeah, pop that right in there.
Do we get another nice click out of this one too?
Oh,
the satisfying clicks.
It's awesome.
I didn't know the unboxing was also going to be an ASMR stream, guys.
Yeah.
I'm doing it
so
all.
Then I think we should also, I'm going to pull these up too so you guys can see inside here the engines. I think Mark did an awesome job with the deco on this thing.
He did.
It's beautiful. I love the oxidization.
That's the word, yeah.
So what do you want to put on? Want to do the propellers?
Let's do those last, because they're kind of going to get in the way while we put everything else on,
that's
right?
true.
I
They're
think
going
that
to
makes
flop
the
around.
most sense.
All right, let's throw
Let me
some
spin.
wings on this bad boy.
All right.
Can we do it together?
I think you gave me
I
your
did
wing.
give him the other way.
Yeah,
There we go. There we go.
Yep.
Thank you. No, no, no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Black is up top.
Oh.
So black out.
Got it. See, I'm learning things as I
And it
go.
won't go in either. It won't go in. It only goes in the side. They're directional. So each wing is directional. Will only go in the side that it's meant for. And it should. Yep, there we go. It's tabbing in, and we'll show you guys the top of it. The deco on top, that blackout deco, is really cool. It kind of gives it like a. It almost like sleeks it out in a way. You know what I mean?
Well, so radars don't pick it up while you're playing with it near your local airport, too. So
That's right.
it's fine.
That's right. I love that. That's awesome.
All right. So then these guys, right?
Yes, these are the
Like this?
armament
big-
rails, and it's
big
something
part
I want
forward?
to point out. Yeah, big part forward. They are directional
Maybe?
too. We want to make sure that you guys want to put it on backwards, or we wouldn't put it on backwards, and that's actually it helps out a lot. So the big part in the front, little part in the back.
Another way. Little part in the front, big part in the back.
Instead
it
of
seems.
backwards?
I figured it
I
out
have
as I was
a
sliding it in.
tendency to say things backwards.
It's fine. I was figuring it out as we go. Again, we
Yeah.
have an instruction book, but what's the fun in that?
No, you can't be instruction book. Are you kidding me? All right. So then, actually, we need one more piece that seems to be in a bag somewhere.
I think it's with this.
Yes, it is.
There you go.
So here's the ammo. As you can see here, it should. Yes. So there's going to be a tab on the inside of the helicopter right here, and that's for the ammo, for the machine gun, which is really sweet. And the pointy ends go forward. You can pop it in like that. There's a couple ways you can put it on, and then it rests right in this kind of bucket area. And as you can see, the tabs go up into the bottom of the wing. Let me see if I can get it in there. And it just kind of rests just like that.
I like the overspray on the end of the barrel there.
Yeah.
It's like really, really well done.
The
Like,
oxidation
yeah,
is really cool. There's that word again.
Hey, we're going to use it. Now that we've learned a new word today.
Yeah, and then I think this is really cool. So this is the winch.
Okay.
Winch goes out like that.
Ratcheting winch.
Yeah.
Whew.
And it looks white on the camera, but it's silver.
Okay.
Because we wanted the rope to be silver like it's a cord.
Got it.
Right?
That makes sense.
So it's gonna be carrying things. So again, this one, just like the other one, similar. There'll be a detent on the bottom, and the tab goes right in like so.
So good.
Nope, let's get that. Oh, gorilla hands over here. There we go. And let's, so you have to make a decision here.
That's true.
And you have to decide whether or not you want to look awesome or you don't want to look awesome. And
I think the only option is to look awesome.
is to look awesome. So to put all the armaments on there, or ordinances rather, is the way to go. So there you go. And so this is the option I was talking about.
This is the option.
This is the option I was talking about. So the two, not exactly sure what they're called. Please tell us in the comments. I guess barrage.
Sure.
Rockets, yeah. They are swappable with the machine gun and the winch. So you can option them in or option them out. It's up to you guys. This is also what chips and salsa goes on to. So
That's fair.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is probably going to be number one for me, although I really like all the armaments on there.
So, and then on our big outside, we have our huge rockets.
That's right.
So these go again on this post here.
That's right. And you should go right across it.
Snap on.
They should literally just run right down the rail of it. Super tight on there.
So good.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
is awesome.
So then we have blast effects.
Actually, before
Before blast effects, we're going to
Put on the
some fins
rudders.
All right.
they simply, let's do them both at the same time because
There you go.
I really feel like there's going to be a click. There wasn't a click, but hey,
Less click.
less click. But they go in there nice and tight, as you can see. Am I moving around too much? Sorry, man. And they move together, which is really cool. I'm moving on the other side. So, super fun.
We have tail fins, and we made it so that you can put them on either side, it seems, without, messing
That's
up.
right. And we actually added that because we didn't want there to be any confusion. So if you did put it on, you didn't have to decide what was going to be facing outside or inside. So we
fair.
gave you tampons on either side. All right, so then these bad boys should tamp right in there, if I'm doing it right. These are articulated, by the way.
They are.
So they'll go side to side, which is really cool.
Makes you use for multiple pose outs for different attack stances, as I hear.
Well, the reason for that was because on the original Dragonfly, it is asymmetric. So we wanted to make it so you can pose it out kind of close to that, or you can go a little bit more realistic with it being a little more symmetrical.
I mean, I can't wait to see what these photos all turn out to be when everybody gets this in hand. And
oh, it's gonna be awesome. Maybe we do. So you can see they go all the way up, nice and tight. One can go down, the other one can go down. They can both go up, or they both can go down, which is really cool. I'll do it for this angle too.
So many options. You guys put like a lot in this.
So many options, so little time.
Oh no, there's all the time in the world. I can't wait. It's so many photos to come.
Yeah, this thing's sweet. The activation button for the lighting is on top here. And it's really cool. Again, I wish we had the batteries in it, but again, we can't ship it to you with batteries inside for a lot of reasons. But it's really cool. The lighting effect of the gels, as we like to call them in-house, is incredible. It's some of the best we've gotten so far on a product in general.
Yep.
So we'll give you guys an update sometime soon.
Yeah, we'll get a small little video we'll put up on like IG stories with Pulse, and we'll get it out to you and show you what that looks like. Turn the lights off, show it to you what it really looks like. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's fun.
Cool. Alrighty.
All right.
Propellers. You didn't see this in the kickoff videos or the launch, but we put this what we call mold etching on top of the propellers. I'll go up to the camera. Should I go closer? Or are you guys going to come to me? I think the lighting's going to get weird. But I don't know if you guys can see that, but we put like a carbon fiber sort of pattern on there. I'll move it around so we can get it. Yeah, there you go. So you get this carbon fiber wing effect on them so that they look awesome.
They do. They feel cool too.
Yeah, this was
fun. They just feel great in your hand.
This is something we do after it's molded. We take a look through this giant book, and it has these big plates in it, and the plates have all these different patterns in, and you can even customize as well. But this one, I really like the feel. This feels like carbon fiber. So they're going to slide right in. One. You want to do the other?
Perfect. I mean, that seems satisfying.
It was.
Clicks.
It clicks in.
It spins. Oh, I got my hand in the way. If you spin it fast enough, I'm sure you can get that, white effect of the blade, like with the real helicopter.
Yeah, and peace out and everybody and glide out.
It's going to be fun to walk down the hall and play with this.
Do that. It doesn't work.
No, don't do that.
Yeah. Do not do that.
Not endorsed by Hasbro. Don't do that. Do not try at home.
All right, you've been talking about this blast effect.
I mean, we have a lot of blast effects,
the
so I don't know which way you want to go. All right, so here, I'm going to give you that one.
Sure.
And then, you can stick this in these rockets, so it looks like they're like shooting right now.
So the material the blast effects are made out of is a rigid material. That is so that over time they do not bend on you. It is very rigid stuff. You can hear it's got like a click to it. I do that. You're testing a plastic. You're like, oh, that's that kind of plastic. And then you bite it.
Yep, clearly, just like gold. You're like,
yeah, see? Yeah, so then we pop these bad boys on too.
Yeah, they're fun too. Fun little guys.
So there's a lot of options you could do here. So these are the smaller ones of the ones that have been blistered are the ones for the front. And then the back ones are options that can go into other rockets across the toy. Here, let's do this. I like to spin them as I put them in. That way I don't have to take things apart.
That makes sense.
Yep.
And these little guys come off, right? So
they do come off.
Come off so you can throw them at your
friends.
Off.
And there's
we also
something
don't
else
recommend
here.
You throw them at anybody. But,
something else here that we showed, something really cool here, that on the blast effects, I'll take this off, there's dog bone pin. So dog bone pin not only can be for the rocket, the dog bone pin can be for the blast effects so that you can have
it look like it's already shooting. Yeah. It's flying off.
Yes.
It's almost like you've designed toys for a while and you actually understand what we want when we buy HasLab.
It's a weird thing, but I can't take the credit. This was Mr. Mark. Mark did an incredible job on this. We love every bit of it. I think I like it more than his tank. And you guys know how much I love Cobra.
You're only wearing the shirt.
I know, I'm only wearing the shirt. But I do. I like this better than his tank. It's got like a classic nostalgic feel. It just sings.
It does.
In person, it sings.
It's a very iconic vehicle too.
Yep,
But we
yep.
made it classified because like the Dragonfly was one of those smaller vehicles per se, but like
Yep.
it needed to follow up the His tank. It needed to feel substantial, even though it was skinny.
Yeah.
And I think you guys accomplished that perfectly.
Yeah, we did chunk it a little bit, not too much. Attack helicopters, surprisingly, are pretty long.
They are.
And they were close in length to the His tank. Well, sorry, I said that backwards. They are longer than the His tank, but the His tank, of course, is a tank, so it's bulkier. But as you can see, it's a lot of plastic that goes a long way, and it doesn't actually take up that much space because of the thinness, which is fantastic, right? So from a shelf standpoint, you gotta make some choice real estate decisions, but
It'll
you can
fit
get it on there.
perfectly on the top of everybody's, display cases that are no longer being produced and sending the entire action figure fandom into a tizzy. But it will fit on top of it, I promise. So,
All right, let's put this
throw 'em
on here.
on, yeah.
And then, so what's cool is it's on an angle, so you can have it going down or going up, which is really cool. Let's have it attacking. What do you want to go up or down?
let's shoot up. Let's take out the building. It'll be fine.
Yeah. So as you can see, maybe I can show you guys. Here's the pins. The pins are actually pretty substantial. We did a lot of work on those to make sure that they are nice and sturdy. And then we'll show you how it goes in. You see on the bottom of the aircraft, there are 2 large holes. It goes in there. There's also the battery box under there too. You just unscrew it, and then you, of course, put the batteries in.
And then you get beautiful glowy lights,
The glowy lights, man.
which is what we love. Ooh. Oh, such good clicks in this.
The clicks. It's funny. Like the first time you get it, there are no clicks. The first time you get a product, that's even on action figures. Those like I love on action figures the ratchets or the clutch in there, and like when the clutches aren't right, we're always aiming to get a really good clutch. So like it just feels quality when you get that. So hearing that there is just like, oh, such a good payoff.
All right, so let's put that off to the side over there because we still have one box to open.
Now I'm gonna spin it for these guys real quick.
Oh yeah, see, look at that.
Just got a matrix around that a little bit.
The full 360 view here.
Yeah, and remember, you pick one of those stickers to put onto your base.
Or if you're a customizer, you can make something totally custom that we're looking forward to seeing.
Yeah,
it'll be great. All right, so one more box.
Figgies.
This is the figures. This is, I'm sure, what some people came to watch. They're excited about their Dragonfly, but Crazy Legs.
Ripcord, Crazy Legs.
Oh,
Wild Bill.
It's been a while. I forget.
And Glenda.
So.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool figures in here.
So let's open.
And they're armed to the teeth. So let's get in there. Let's do it. So here's how they'll come to you. We have these secure bumpers to protect it in freight, of course, as well as the internal box you guys saw with the boxes on top of each other. Everything's going to be pretty secure as it gets to you.
Same as we did with his tank. They come in that box 4 up and it's protected. No retro card back this time, but it makes sense.
Yeah. So you pull these bad boys out. Here, sorry, I'm being aggressive here.
We'll set these up. I'll let you take those two, and I'll take the big box out of the way.
All right. I think we should start with Wild Bill. Or before
I think we should show the back.
We should show the artwork.
I think so.
We should show the artwork. My bad. So, as you can see, everybody lines up, which is not very typical of what we do on Classified, but man, it looks awesome.
It does look good. It's also, again, just that same style, that monochromatic. You're getting HasLab is going to have that look, so I'm sure we've done a great job of making extra characters to go with your His tank. Sure, there might be extra characters eventually coming that might go with your Dragonfly.
Call us crazy.
For real. So we'll start with Wild Bill because clearly he is the man, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Here, I'll set these guys up like this while we do that. And then you can see, you just kind of pull that open. Sorry I did that so intensely. I'm an out-of-box guy. So here we go. Top view camera to kind of show you guys what's in there. So he's going to come with an extra set of hair. No, you guys love those toupees that we hook you up with. His classic sunglasses, his hat with hair on it. We did that because we've been finding that to layer hats and hair gets a little cumbersome at times. So we just gave it all in one. And then we gave you the extra hat so that he can stand and, say hello to people by taking his hat off in cool poses. That's when you put the toupee on him.
Perfect.
He comes with his 2 revolvers, a knife, and he's ready to rock. So let's take him out of the box. We'll pull him out just like so. And here's Mr. Wild Bill. These are those times you miss the spinners. So you can see again. So this is our most recent sample. There will be some cleaning up here and there, finishes and stuff like that. But for the most part, this is pretty much the figure. He's looking awesome. I'll give him a turn for you guys. I'll do the slow turn. Like I don't even have the revolver. Look at that. Yeah, he's looking pretty awesome. We layered him. Got a lot of deco. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I love the mustache. We're always keen on a good mustache.
You know, G.I. Joe's an '80s brand. Mustaches were a big deal back then.
They're a big deal now, so we're like right back on time.
Something I want to show you guys that I forgot we had done. I don't know. I don't want to stretch him out, but I can't do it on camera. But we put his name tag on the inside. But you can't even see it. But if you were to take his vest off, you'd see his name tag on him because
perfect.
You can't not put his name tag.
No, he has to have it.
Yeah. So all right. So I'm gonna do his hair. Oh no!
He does not look well without his hair.
So then there's the keys on the top, so that you can put the pieces in there, of course. And it pops right in just like that. And as you guys can see, we got that really tight. You don't even notice. Got the nice little wash on there to make the hair more believable. And then, of course, his 2 6-shooters with a cool star deco on the side, which is super fun to do. Getting tampos like that is not easy, but we did go back and forth with the factory on a lot of this deco to make sure it was just right, because it's part of the game, right?
It is. We want to make sure like the product we're giving you is the ultimate version. That's the point of the HasLab, right? Like it's the dream project, so we're gonna make sure it's right from the first get-go.
Here's his knife. Boom. And it goes into his vest. I'm gonna have to turn him real quick so I can get it. So here's his trusty knife holster. Slides in just like that. Bam. And then maybe let's make him holding his. Oh, gotta
Gotta have his sunglasses.
Gotta get his sunglasses on. So here's his sunglasses.
So good.
See that super gloss we put on the black? Super fun.
So we can take nap during flight school when everybody else is learning and he doesn't have to pay attention.
With his feet up.
Yep.
Yep. And then just make sure those are on there right. I like to give them a squeeze. That way they're on there nice and tight. And as you guys can see, here he is. And we're going to have to do him the full Wild Bill regalia. We're going to put the hat on him in about a second, which we're going to get to. So let's take his toupee off. Let's take his hat head. He's got hat head.
He has hat head. He definitely has that.
So there he is. He looks awesome with the hat on. I think that's why the decision was made to just kind of mold it all together. It ends up looking better.
Yeah, and if anybody's been reading A Real American Heroes continuation at Skybound, like you've seen a lot of Wild Bill lately, it's been a kind of fun start to that series. So synergy, almost like we planned it that way.
Call us crazy. So here we go. That's my second time I said that line.
Hey.
Call us crazy. It's a tagline. So here he is with the shades on, looking like a boss.
He looks so good.
Yeah, he's awesome. I really like the way he came out. Again, we're working on some of the finishes, making sure that they look nice and even. It's something for Tony and I. We want to make sure that we can get the figure most consistent as possible. So we're still working on that. Again, this is not the final what you guys are seeing right now. All right.
So who do you want to do next?
Wild Bill. Let's put him up here so he can distract while we show other figures. Ripcord?
Sure.
Ripcord. Here's Ripcord. Back of the box, looking really cool. Side of the box, I think you can put them all together.
Yeah, you can put them all together to make a picture. We just got to figure out what
understand.
order it's in.
Yeah, hold on. Let's do it real quick before we get crazy here.
I think this one goes in the middle.
Does it go in the middle?
I think it goes right.
You are right.
Was I? Nope, I think.
Was I?
I think you had it.
I'm never right. So.
Nope, you had it. I'm
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
It was the first time for everything.
Nope.
Nope.
Wild Bill, no, Wild Bill goes over
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Nope. This is hard, guys. We're doing it backwards.
Yeah,
we're staring at
we're
ourselves.
like looking at the prompter. Yes.
I suppose I could have just put them in number
That's
order.
awesome.
That would have made sense.
It looks like
right?
a really good book.
It does.
You know what I mean?
I want to read all 4 chapters of
Yeah,
this
but
book.
I want that print on the pages, not on the binding.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's that sophisticated. Anyways.
All right, so.
All right, let's go Ripcord. Now again, I have to tell you guys, that's a caveat, this is not finished. So the finishes on his torso are shiny. They are not going to be. I actually just saw a sample today that did not come in a box. We were checking the sample still, but the torso is not shiny in the final. I need to tell you that because it's one of my big pet peeves when the finishes don't work.
Yep.
So here he is, Mr. Ripcord, looking sweet. This is him without his gear on. He has his altitude gauge. It's packed on him. He also has his rebreather pack that's on him as well. You'll have to plug the rebreather cord into that. Let's see what else. Give him a quick spin. Here he is in his Night Force goodness, looking really cool. All of the straps fitting really nice. We did hit the zippers and the tabs with some deco, so he wasn't just all black. He needed a little bit of some visual interest as you look at the figure. And he does have the Night Force logo that has we just invented for classified on the side, the griffin holding the flame.
Perfect.
So he's looking really fun. For his weapons, we have the machine gun, his secondary machine gun, pistol, and his backpack and goggles. So here are his goggles in hand, looking pretty sweet. His wind goggles. And then the backpack, which I'm going to get into in a second. His helmet, which is awesome. It's black on black, but we did this really high gloss on the windscreen, as you can see. So it looks like it looks like it's like a blacked out windscreen, so it looks super Night Force with it on, which is super fun. And then here is his rebreather. So it's a lot of accessories that work together that once they're all on him, he's pretty bulked up. So it's going to take me a second to do that. So, all right. So before I do that, though, I want to show you guys the backpack. I'm really excited about this backpack.
We've been talking about this backpack for a while.
I love this backpack. Backpack works. So you can put parachutes in the backpack, or you could put his gear in the backpack, which is super fun. Super exciting too, because it's another way to store G.I. Joe equipment. And then here are his straps that will fit around the figure, and I can show you that in a second. We did give him a post in the back this way. It's nice and secure, as well as having the straps on the side. So maybe we'll do that first. So, oh, and that's right too. So when you put his backpack on, it's gonna have a belt on it with a mushroom cap on it. So you have to kind of put that around his waist as well. So try to do this as not awkwardly as possible.
It's like dressing your child. It's just, if you have a toddler, you have played this game before, I promise.
No matter what, it's
you
awkward.
have tried to put a backpack on your kid, it's the same as putting it on your action figure.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
All right, and then let's find the tab in the back. It's all black in this lighting in this room, so of course it's gonna be difficult to find it. And there we go. My vision's going. No, it's not. So then there's the mushroom. You kind of just tab it right into there. See if I got it in there right. There you go. Hold on, let me just give it a little oomph. There it is, there it is. So as you can see, it's a really nice fit onto the figure, which I love it. It just gives it like this super like tacked out feel, right? And he doesn't even have everything on him yet.
He's ready.
He's ready.
He is ready.
So let's get him ready. So you can actually, let me get the goggles out. I want to show that the goggles will go on with the helmet and everything, so it's nice and layered. Yep. So actually, I'll put his pistol in a holster. Boom, just like that. You guys know the drill. Put his goggles on.
I look forward to the snowboard deco variant with the goggles. It'll be perfect.
Snowboarding from a helicopter, dropping in from a helicopter.
Yeah, it worked in an action movie once or twice before, I think.
Oh, it's crazy. I did it again. Why did I do that?
You're just on fire today.
I guess so.
It's the phrase of the day, guys. It's fine.
Go ahead.
Wild Bill is kind of crazy, so it makes sense.
Maybe that's why I keep saying it.
Could be.
Yeah. All right. So then here's let's put the helmet on there too. So then what also I'm not showing is the helmet's articulated too. So you can articulate the windscreen up and down, which is super, super fun. And it adds a lot of posability, essentially. And then it will have a little bit of flex, so you could flex it right over. It's a tight fit. Again, trying to get that best fit possible.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But he'll look awesome while he's in the front. Like if you don't want to put Wild Bill in the front of your Dragonfly, you can put him in the front and flip his visor down. He's ready.
So here's the visor up, and then here's the visor down over top, just like that. But that's not all. Let's put the rebreather.
But there's more.
Yeah, it's a fun one. When we got this one in, we were super excited because it has that super paramilitary feel to it. A lot of parts and pieces, a lot of layering. You know, whenever we can, we try to layer G.I. Joes as much as possible. This is what makes them feel so tactical.
It was always about how much is in the box when I was a kid. So the more we put in the box, the more fun it is. Makes sense. Build it out with everybody. And I'm sure this helmet will fit on other characters if you want to.
Oh, it absolutely does. It absolutely does. Fits on most characters. So then the rebreather cord, which has a lot of really cool detail. It has all the electrical on there. The wiring and all that is all sculpted into there. We have some deco actually on the front of it, just so it wasn't just jet black. And then this will plug right into the bag on the side, like so. It'll key in. Again, it's always got to kind of just look at stuff sometimes and just get it in there. And it's in.
So good.
There you have it.
Now he looks like a completely different character.
He's awesome. We fell in love with him when we saw the what we call the tooling sample. So when they like get ready to like cut the tools, they send you a sample of what it's going to look like. And we're like, what? It was like mind blowing. It's like got everything a GI Joe should have, you know. So I'll give him a spin. You guys can see those little pops. This little the Night Force patch on his shoulder.
Very appropriate Night Force look.
Yeah. There he is, looking pretty sweet. And then here we can just slide that up, which I think is super, super cool. Now again, you'll have to adjust it at home. I'm just slapping them together for you right now. But, oh, you guys might be wondering why there are 2 tabs in there. Because this can hold on to threads.
Oh, okay.
If you wanted to put a loop on there.
If you wanted to get your own parachute.
Say you wanted to put a parachute on it, you could.
Or say maybe like a parachute could eventually maybe come from the G.I. Joe line at
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What are you talking
I hear rumors.
What are you talking about? I don't know what this guy's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. All right. There we go. Sweet.
All right.
Who's next? You want to do Glenda or you want to do Crazy Legs?
Let's do them in order. We did 142 and 143, so let's do 144. I'm seeing this.
Glenda.
Glenda.
All right, here's Glenda in a box. Hopefully I'm not taking too long doing this stuff.
I think we're good.
All right.
Through the magic of editing.
Oh, that's right. The magic of editing. Dun-dun-dun. All right.
She's got a lot of accessories too.
She has a lot of accessories, and I think before we get into all of them, something I want to point out is she's going to come with a harness. This harness will fit both male and female characters, and if you notice in the front, there is a loop. That is so that the cord can stretch down, basically the repelling cord back and forth.
Rescue team.
A rescue team, that's right. And on the side, like a zip tie, you'll see that you can pull the straps. It's easier to do when it's on a figure, but as you can see, I can pull them like that, and you can set different waist size. We test this with Roadblock, and it fits on Roadblock. It's tight on Big Boy, but it fits on him, so it's good. So we tried to make it as customizable as possible. Our partners over at PDE did a really good job helping us out with this, because we had one design that essentially, theoretically should have worked, but we had some problems, so we had to reconstruct it. And our teammates over there did an amazing job. So again, always thank you to them. They do such incredible work. All right. Oh, thigh straps as well are also, because, you know, everybody has different size thighs.
Some people don't miss leg day.
Yes. It's G.I. Joe. Can't miss. Anyways, so here we go. So Glenda's awesome. Glenda's going to come with hair with headset on. That's the one that's mine of choice. She has a new haircut that's on her currently, her new haircut, and then her classic haircut. She has her helmet that'll go on with the new haircut. She has a pistol. She has a ray gun and a ray gun backpack that gets plugged into it. So she's really fun. She has all this really cool pilot straps on her as well that has a pistol holster on the side. So let's get after it.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Here's Glenda, looking pretty sweet. Let's get her to stand.
I always like when my rescue member has a ray gun, just to make sure, you know, anything comes flying out of the water or down the mountain ravine. You never know what you're going to need.
You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So here, on this one, I think maybe let's pull all of her gear out and then we'll put it in. So here's a backpack. We were inspired by Grand Slam's backpack for this, since she does have a ray gun. And then here's her ray gun, also inspired by Mr. Grand Slam. Pistol. And then fists, of course, because she's got to punch Cobra. Somebody's got to punch him. And so then here is the hairs, which is really cool. And here is the helmet, which again will have some flex in it. The reason for that is so that it can go onto the different hair styles she has. Or you can take the hairstyle off, put it on. I like to put the hair on there, so it's like, it's all in there. Looks cool. So let's do the hair first. So just like Lady J, take it off, and there's a heavy key inside so it stays on nice and tight. Let's go without, because I think eventually we're just going to keep her with it on. So let me look at it actually and do this, because there are some small pieces of plastic that get in the way. So you just got to make sure you get it on there right. So there she is, looking stern, ready to take out some bad guys. You can just slide it right off with a little bit of elbow grease, because you want to make sure it's on there nice and tight. We key it in there. And then here it is with the headset on. Make sure it's on there nice and tight. And there she is. This is the pose or the setup I do of choice. I always put the headset on because it looks cool. It looks like the old packaging art.
It does, yeah. It looks very classic.
Yeah, yeah. So then here is her backpack. We'll plug on just like every other backpack. Then her blaster. In the back of her blaster is a post hole, and then there is a post on the cord. I probably did this a little backwards. Probably easier for you if you were to put it on to the blaster first.
But now you can put it on like a toy designer.
Now like a toy designer.
Learn from the masters. It's fine.
But it is probably easier to do it while it's not on her, but whatever. So here she is with the cord on there, looking really cool.
Looks so good.
It's got a little bit of flex to it, so you can still pose her around. You can pose her in different holster pose or holstered poses. And then the pistol, of course, goes into the pistol holster. Super simple like that. And you know what we didn't do? I didn't show the helmet.
I think if you leave it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We'll do it quick. Super quick. Just like that. And then here's the helmet. Before I put it on, we did Commandos Heroicos. Is that how you say it? I can never say it right. I'm so bad.
I don't know.
But this was the team she was part of in her original release, and we wanted to get it on there for kind of like a nod to it. So there it is on the back. So just to cut for you guys that know that super deep cut right there. And then you kind of just smash that on like that, and then she's ready to be a co-pilot in a helmet. Let me just get that on there nice and straight. Am I on there straight?
I think it looks good.
Yeah, you go. So yeah, there she is, ready to co-pilot the Dragonfly, which is really sick. I'm loving these figures. We'll keep her like this. She looks really cool like that. And yeah, so there it is.
That's it. So we got one more.
We got one more. I know.
We're not going to bother with the harness. Everybody will get a chance to play with that.
Yeah, I think
you get it.
The harness is cool.
It is cool, and it's great that you can use it with pretty much everybody. There might be a couple guys eventually it might not work on, but you know.
They're really big though.
They're allowed to not have it work.
They probably don't need them.
They might weigh down the Dragonfly.
Probably rip the Dragonfly in half.
It's possible.
Yeah.
So.
All right,
last one.
Mr. Crazy Legs, number 145.
I'm a huge fan of Crazy Legs. He was one of my favorites as a kid. I still have my red-chested, gray version. Love to play with it still to this day.
He's a sleeper.
He is.
I felt like Crazy Legs. I liked them a lot too as a kid. And when we were trying to choose who was going to be the last unlock, I believe, we needed somebody who made sense. And Crazy Legs is jumps from helicopters, so he's perfect fit. So we want to get him in there. So let's take him out of the box, shall we? So let's get him out. He's also a parachute rigger. Yeah, so we gave him a parachute rigger hat on advisement of one of our awesome fans. So there it is. And it looks really cool because it's removable. You can put it on. His helmet is removable. So super fun figure. Let's get into him. All right, so let's take him out of box first, where you guys can see him. Here he is with all of his gear on. He has his secondary black straps on, which are removable. You just have to go in the back and undo the tab. There's a tab on each side, and then you can pull it off of him. I think for our purposes today, just because I am lingering a bit on these figures, I'm not going to do it. But if you wanted to take this harness off of him, you can. And you'll just have the green harnesses on him. Okay, so then here he is. Here's his parachute rigger hat, which is really cool. Goes onto his head like so. See if you guys can get that on the camera.
I didn't know I needed a special hat to rig parachutes.
Yeah, apparently they put the hat on. I think that's like a sign of their station.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we have some really awesome advisors that kind of help us with some of the military specs. So
makes sense. It's fun. We'll have to also ask one of our behind the camera people who likes to jump out of planes if he's ever seen anybody with parachute hats after we're done.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So here's his backpack, as you can see here, with the cord. Doesn't connect to the helicopter. It's not that kind of helicopter. And then here is his SMG with the folding backstock, which is really cool. I'm going to do that again for the camera. You guys can see. Super fun there. And then the mag that comes out. Nice about this accessory, it's very sturdy. I'm going to be showing you guys as many sturdy accessories as possible. And here we go.
Almost like we've been listening. We understand.
Call us crazy. We listen. I did it again, didn't I?
Hey, again, the theme of the day.
It's a tagline. So then here's his knife, and his knife will go into his holster on his torso like that. You can slide it out, super tack style, which is always cool. That's the coolest way to put them. His pistol, which will then holster.
It's a nice little stubby pistol.
It is a nice little stubby pistol. You can't be having anything too oversized. The guy jumps out of plane.
It's true.
And then also his removable helmet, which we could put on him in a second. It is a more iconic look. And we also, like on a lot of goggles, we gave you 2 sets of goggles. 1 set of goggles for his helmet, 1 set of goggles for his face. The more iconic look of the goggles up on the helmet was the larger one, of course, and then the smaller one is so that they can go on him. They do go on him when he has the helmet on as well. So let's put those on because that's the kind of the iconic look. And we tried to match the shape of the old school goggles a little bit while giving them kind of an upgraded look too. So there's a little more details and scribes.
They work better at night now because he's Night Force.
It's true. It's true. Let me try to get this on here. Here we go. Now again, there's give to the plastic of the helmet so that it can get onto him. Otherwise, it would be kind of a pain to get it on, and we don't want breakages. So that's why we have to mess with the tolerances of the plastic across different accessories so that you don't have snapping and breaking. All right, let's take his parachute rigger hat off. You can see his cool face. He's got some 5 o'clock shadow going on a little bit. I don't know if the camera's doing that any justice, but you can see it on the front for his goatee. And then let's slide his helmet on. So you can just literally just mash the helmet on like so. Use your nail to put it over his, like so. And it's on him. Nice and tight.
Now it looks like Crazy Legs.
Now it looks like Crazy Legs.
The quilting on it too. Like I know it's probably hard to see on the camera. See it pretty good with the light, but like it really feels like what a modern version of Crazy Legs would turn into, right?
Yeah. And we spent some time on that quilt, like how big it should be, how small it should be. I'm not sure if it's a real jumping outfit. I went in my research, I couldn't find anything like that, but I would suspect you would want that to be warm jumping from altitude.
It's got to be comfy, right? It's not chilly 10,000 feet or anything.
Yeah, right. So we played into that a little bit, and you can't see it on camera, maybe you can, but we wiped all of it. So it's very subtle brown wipe in there to kind of bring out that quilting effect. So again, spare no expenses, and we love subtlety on G.I. Joe.
We do.
So then we have a super long pin so they can get through all of his gear because he's pretty layered. And here he is. Actually, let's put his SMG in his hand too.
He's ready.
He is ready.
Our Night Force team is getting pretty
I love
sick.
Night Force. It's so cool looking. It's just so intense looking, you know. I would love to get deeper into Night Force.
Would you?
What could the threat become for Night Force? You know? Let's get this guy on there, looking pretty sweet. Hopefully, I got him. The pose isn't great, but you guys can see him in all of his glory. I'll spit him for you guys. Then he has the red on there for the rigger.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here. We just covered so many things.
That's a lot. That's a wave and a vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, we basically just did another Yojo June fan stream all in once, right?
Yeah.
So I think
it's
a lot.
It's crazy. Whenever we work on these things, it's literally another wave of figures, and like we're all excited. We're like, yeah, and we're like, oh boy, that's a lot of work. But it's fun, and we love to do it.
It is fun. It's great. So I'm sure one question that's probably been streaming in the chat this whole time is, when am I getting my Dragonfly? I wish I had slightly better news, but to make sure you guys are getting the best product possible, there have been a couple delays, and Lenny's talking about the multiple versions we're getting in to make sure it's right. So it is still coming this year. The time is to be determined, but it'll be a little later than we had originally planned for late summer, early fall. So it will be in your hands before the end of the year. More to come on that. We will get a backer update email out as we know as things start to align. But we want to make sure for the cost of this product, the size of this product, everything that you're getting, it has to be perfect. We don't want you to be unsatisfied. We want it to be exactly what you paid for last year when you
100%, and it's one of those things where it has to go through those extra steps, just like every figure goes through those extra steps. It's just on this one, we've got to like be even more cautious than usual, which my engineer should be putting a stained glass window with the amount of back and forth we do on these figures to make sure they're right. In particular here, to just like echo what you're saying, we've got to make sure it is right. There's a lot going on. It's a vehicle and figure. So it's a wave and figures with electronics. So there's a lot of details.
It's literally like 6 items in one.
Yes.
And it takes forever.
A lot of product.
It's a lot of product. But we want to make sure it's right. So we're going to make sure what you get is what you are expecting and is proper. So we'll be back with more updates as those become available. I'm sure we'll have another one of these finalized pretty much on display at Comic-Con for people to see, most likely, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think so.
So definitely see these figures for the first time with their deco on it at San Diego Comic-Con. So for now, I think that does it for Yojo June fan stream. Don't forget pre-orders all month long. A ton of stuff that we revealed earlier this month. So it's going to be a great month.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's a lot of stuff. I've just been excited to share it with everybody.
It's been a while, but I'm glad we're finally getting it.
We're getting there.
It's JoJo June. We got to do all the fun things.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's perfect. All right, so it's a dragonfly, so we have to.
We have to.
We have to Yojo.
Are you going to count?
Yeah, I'll count. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Yojo!